My name is Melika Ofoia, and my persuasive speech is going to be on having children participate in youth sport. My purpose is to persuade my peers about the benefits of putting the youth in a competitive state and in a better physical state. For the introduction, a lot of people do not get their children involved in sports at a young age, as people think it is dangerous. However, this needs to be changed. With parents putting their children in youth sports, it will overall help the obesity crisis that is present in today's society and make their children better leaders for the real world. If you knew that the future of our children and children's society were susceptible to obesity, wouldn't you want to do something about it? Being proactive in this instance would be the best interest for anyone, and overall the reason to be interested in this speech. I want to spread awareness of the rates of obesity and how putting children to youth sport can help with this problem. After listening to the speech, I would want children to be involved in sports at a young age and encouraged to be active. Over the past 3 decades, the incidence of obesity in children has tripled, with 1 of every 3 children being affected. In 1999, the Centers for Disease Control reported that only 50% of youth engage in regular exercise, illustrating the need for school and community organizations to promote and facilitate physical activity. Sport participation and engagement in physical activity is one of the critical importance in development of a physically active and healthy lifestyle in children aged 6 to 12 years in the United States, as children engage to 5 to 6.5 hours a week of sports participation. Schools may consider ways to get children to engage in school sports, while also trying to build connections to organized or unorganized sports clubs outside school. Parents can also strongly influence children's physical activity behaviors through role modeling and direct involvement. These influences may last beyond adolescence. Parental support, direct help from parents, and opportunities to exercise have consistently been associated with adolescents' physical activity. Now that you have some factors/basic knowledge, let's talk about the statistics and how this affects our society. Not enough children are active. A 2018 study from Nationwide Children's Hospital showed that just 5% of youth ages from 5 to 18 reported meeting the federally recommended amount of exercise, which is 60 minutes per day. Over the past 3 decades, the incidence of obesity in children has tripled, with 1 every 3 children being affected. In 2018, a study published by the American Academy of Pediatrics showed that overweight and obesity rates increased in all age groups from 2 to 19. While over 50% of youth are playing sport, only 26% to 6% of 12-year-olds and 6-year-olds are participating in this amount of activity, but they only participate in a high-calorie burning activity 151 times per year. So overall, this means that kids are playing sports, but only for a season and not enough to get enough physical activity that they need. In 1999, the Centers for Disease Control reported that only 50% of youth engaged in regular exercise. With the obesity crisis tripling and children being affected heavily, it is clear something has to be done. So the solution to this problem would be that sport participation, engagement, and physical activity is of critical importance in the development of a physically active and healthy lifestyle in children aged 6 to 12 years. Regular physical activity benefits health in many ways, including helping build and maintain healthy bones, muscle, and joints, helping control weight, reduce fat, and preventing or delaying the development of high blood pressure. In addition to that, exercise is also one of the least expensive ways to stay healthy, with 1 study finding that exercise can prevent chronic diseases as effectively as medication. Lastly, kids who play sports are more likely to exercise than adults. The habits of physical exercise is more likely to carry over to adults who played sports as children. With the solution stated, let's discuss how to achieve this societal goal. Schools may consider ways to get children to engage in school sports while also trying to build connections to organized or unorganized sports clubs outside of school. Parents can also influence their actions and helping them overall get something that they're interested in. Examples of this could be finding a fun activity that could be a gateway into getting them into physical activity, finding a sport that they enjoy, and making sure that they don't overdo more than what they can do. To conclude, it is time to realize that child obesity is a problem. The benefits of engaging in physical activity at a young age is that it translates into adulthood. Other benefits include self-esteem, social interaction, helps develop talent, teaches teamwork, sportsmanship, and how to control emotions. And parents, families, and schools can overall help make this change. With the encouragement from these parties, obesity rates have the chance to be lowered. Thank you.